And I'm live. Yes. And in today's stream, the thing is that I have been streaming for a while, but streaming takes up uses internet, right? And it uses bandwidth. And if I were to watch my live chat stream during streaming, then I would have to also get feed for my live chat. And for the video, I cannot get only the live chat stream and feed in through the internet. So, but my internet bandwidth is not that much. So I'm going to make a program based on terminal in C language, which will get only the live chat for a particular stream, and it will keep printing it on the terminal. And let's see how that works. This is advent of code for morning. Now, which folder do I go to? Shit, I don't know. Um, programming and projects. Yep, ls, and yep, there are quite a bit of projects. YouTube stuff, cd YouTube stuff, and live chat, uh, live stream chat.c. Now I have no fucking idea how this is supposed to work, but I have some idea about how this is supposed to work, so let's see how that works. First, I have to figure out how to send and receive HTTP requests in C language. Send in C. Let's see, and I did not fill my water bottle before starting the stream. It's pathetic. Uh, um, uh, Simple C example of doing an HTTP post request and consuming the response. I would like to create a very simple C application that does an HTTP post. It will take a few parameters and use these to construct a URL. I would just like to do a simple HTTP post and get the response without the use of curl. Without the use of curl, the libraries are not and will not be installed on the machine this needs to run. Okay, pseudocode is process two arguments, put the template this ab some site key arg1 and command arg2 do post on generate URL consume response my Google and SO search optimization searches haven't yielded anything on this matter. How long ago this was? This was 1 year and 9 months, not that long. A message has a header part and a message body separated by a blank line. Oh, and a message body separated by a blank line. The blank line is always needed even if there is no message body. The header starts with a command and has additional lines of key value pairs separated by a colon and space. If there is a message body, it can be anything you want it to be. Okay, what does he say? Standard IO lib. Okay, void error. This takes in a const string, a constant string which cannot be changed, and calls p error command on the message and exits with exit code 0. Okay, int main. Okay, I'm taking the arguments and then int port number is 80, host char pointer. Okay, api.somesite.com, and message format is this. A string will come here and another string will come here, and then backslash. What is backslash r? Backslash r. escape sequence. It is a return character. It tells your terminal emulator to move the cursor at the start of the line. To move the cursor at the start of the line. The cursor in the position where the next character will be rendered. So printing R allows to override the current line of the terminal emulator. Huh. Include stdio \r. Let's see. Ah shit. Keyboard got disconnected. Keyboard and mouse. And yep, it is working now. Printf and I say hello. Ah shit. It got disconnected again and it is working and now it is not working. Let me see. It is working and also charging. And yep, that's fine. Hello and \r. Let's see how that comes out. Clang live, put output and wait a minute. Shit. Shit, I did not see my screen was not working and my iPhone just due to some reason stopped connecting to my laptop, which is just should not happen, right? Should not happen. And in the CF dot slash out, let's see. Okay, I only saw world. Okay, what if this one is small? Let's say xy, and here I write a b c d e f g h. What will be printed now? AB got overwritten by xy. Okay, it overwrites. Okay, I am willing to use the secret library. So how to use C libgirl, libgirl and C libgirl programming tutorial. Or here it was simple.c, and I have seen it this earlier, but I forgot. Uh, curl dot h live stream. Curl dot h, it provides me a pointer. First, I will declare a pointer to a type curl, and curl code will be there will be a variable called res curl code. Okay, and curl easy int. Curl easy int, which is a function which returns something and takes no argument. Curl easy int creates an easy handle. Name curl easy int creates an easy handler. What is a easy handler? Description: this function allocates and it returns an easy handle. Okay. What the heck is it? libgirl, your network transfer library. Use your libgirl with the provided C API, and the curl team works hard. Download pages. Where is kind of like the documentation form and stuff. Documentation. Curl tool, the project protocols, libgirl, and libgirl is free and easy to use. Libgirl is free, threaded, thread safe, and all of these things. And I can use it for all of these things. libcurl is highly portable download API. To use libcurl with provided C API, the curl team works hard to keep the API and ABI stable. If you prefer using how to check out our using libcurl page for general hints and advice, and man pages for every function and option, and also check out libcurl section of everything curl. Using libcurl general hints and suggestions to consider when using libcurl in your application are gathered here. Language specific docs are found on libcurl front page. Okay, check the full guide to libcurl API. Okay, that is cool. Yes, this is the same as this. Nope, that is not. Wait, this is curl.se. This is everything dot curl dot dev, and inside that, this is libcurl header files. Okay, okay, I guess this would be good to read and understand. Read the libcurl overview, the libcurl tutorial to get a general idea of what libcurl programming is all about. And this is the tutorial, and okay, this is what I will do. Let's see, libcurl tutorial. Programming tutorial objective. This document attempts to describe the general principles and some basic approaches to consider when programming with libcurl. The text focuses on C interface but should apply fairly with the well on other languages bindings, as well as they usually follow the C API pretty closely. This document refers to the user as the person writing the source code for that uses libcurl. That would probably be you or someone in your position. What is generally referred to as the program is the collected source code that you write that is using libcurl for transfers. The program is outside libcurl and libcurl is outside of the program. The program is outside libcurl and libcurl is outside the program. To get more details on all topics, on all options and functions described herein, please refer to their respective man pages. Okay, building. There are many different ways to build C programs. This chapter assumes a Unix style build process. If you use different build system, you can read this read this to get general information about that may apply to your environment as well. Compiling the program. I can compile your compiler needs to know where the libcurl headers are located. Therefore, you must set your compiler's include path to point to the directory where you installed them. Yes, compilers include paths to point to the directory where you installed them. The curl config 3 tool can be used to get this information. Curl config C flags. Linking the program with that. When having compiled the program, you need to know your object files to create a single executable. For that to succeed, you need to link with libcurl and possibly also with other libraries that libcurl itself depends on, like the OpenSSL libraries, but even some standard OS libraries may be needed on the command line. To figure out which flags to use, once again use libcurl config tools to come to rescue. Curl config, curl config l curl. Okay, that seems to be like curl config this and C flags. I don't see anything. C flags. Have I not downloaded it? There was an option to download it. Download page here to download Seeker. Okay, and releasing on this. Change log this. Haiku. Haiku. Um, iOS, Linux, Linux did. Okay, there are a bunch of variations for Linux. For is there nothing for Mac OS? Yep, Mac OS. Um, yeah, I guess Homebrew. Yep, Homebrew. Yo, wait, it just pushed me on to Homebrew page, but how do I do this source? This, okay. Just do I just do Homebrew install libcurl brew install libcurl. Something seems to be happening. Let's see. Our long-term support packages. Um, I don't know. This might not be right. Archive utility. Let's see. This might be. Yep, this might be like not the way to do stuff. Documents. Libcurl. Okay, curl. Here is something, and then inside there are a bunch of things. Lib library. Okay, I have a bunch of C code. Amigas.c. That is text edit. Okay, there is a bunch of C code and mostly not compiled. Bin file, is there a bin file? bin file. Like folder, bin folder. Okay, I'll just move on with this, and yeah, Homebrew was doing something. Nope. Libglite. Nope. Homebrew isn't doing anything. Download. Shit, how do I even download this? Okay. What do what does downloading a thing means? Means getting it into your soft, getting it onto your machine so that you can use it later. Right. What is this? Curl. Yep. So brew install curl. Yep. 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 Depends on all of these. Curl head installs. Okay. Let me put this there, and I certainly have curl, right? Brew install curl. I certainly have curl. These are the dependencies that curl depends on. Then installs curl head installs on request 30 days build error. Okay, to reinstall. Let's reinstall, and it is up to date, so I didn't have to. It is already up to date. I didn't really have to do that. Curl config is our friend. Okay, using libcurl. Applications or actually whoever that wants to find out about the libcurl installation or on a particular host will find friend in the curl config tool. What compiler flags do I need to compile libcurl using source code? Okay, this gives me the flags which I need to which I need to put in to compile my code with libcurl. Okay. What linker options do I need? Okay, libs. Okay. Um, curl config libs icurl lcurl is the linker option. I can just give that with clang, right? How do I know if libcurl was built with SSL support? What's the version? Okay, if I just see if this thing is working or not, to just know if live stream, let me just see. Okay, I am getting no error. If I clang it, okay, I get errors. Now the flag L curl. Okay, / out. Okay, so that seems to be working. L curl is the flag, is the linker flag which I have to use. Now, no. SSL or not. SSL. What is SSL? What do they say by the way about SSL? Yeah. Fuck. When too much information is there, it is harder to focus. So remove this, remove this. I do not need this. Nope. This is the one that I'm reading. This is the one that I want to be reading of maybe at some point. Okay. And what did I read here? About SSL or not. libgirl can be built and customized in many ways. One of the things that varies from different libraries and builds is the support for SSL based transfers like HTTPS, secure shell, because there is FTPS. If a supported SSL library was detected properly at build time, libcurl is built with SSL support. To figure out if an installed libcurl has been built with SSL support, enable use curl config like this. Okay, I probably will not be using SSL, but let's see what it is. What is SSL? SSL, Secure Socket Layer, is a cryptographic protocol designed. It is a protocol designed to provide secure communication over a network such as the internet. It ensures that data transmitted between a user's browser and a web server remains encrypted and protected from eavesdropping, tampering, and forgery. How SSL works. Handshake process. Okay. When a client browser connects to a server, they perform an SSL handshake to establish a secure connection. Encryption. SSL encrypts the data transmitted between the client and server using cryptographic algorithms. SSL encrypts the data transmitted between client and encrypts between client and server using cryptographic algorithms. Authentication. SSL certificates verify the identity of the server, ensuring users are communicating with the intended website. Data integrity ensures that the transmitted data has not been altered or tampered with. TSL, modern replacement of SSL, secure socket, secure socket layer, has depreciated in favor of TSL, transport layer security, which is a more secure. Okay, it is just a protocol to converse securely or to config macro. When you write your config script to detect libcurl and set up a variables accordingly, we offer a macro that probably does everything you need in this area. See document lib. Portable code and this. The people behind libcurl have put a considerable effort to make libcurl work on a large amount of different operating systems and environments. Your program libcurl in the same way you program libcurl the same way on all platforms that libcurl runs on. There are only a few minor details that differ. If you just make sure to write your code portable enough, you can create a portable program. libgirl should not stop you from that. Global preparation seems like Nazi propaganda. The program must initialize some of the libgirl functionality globally. That means it should be done exactly once, no matter how many times you intend to use the library. Once for your program's entire lifetime. This is done using this libgirl global, and it takes one parameter, which is a bit pattern that tells libgirl what to initialize when using libgirl global all makes it initialize all known internal sub modules and might be a good default option. The current two bits are specified. Uh, I got something by writing this code. I did this. Curl easy is there. Curl easy. Yep. Int. Yep. Handle the curl easy thing. To use the easy interface, you must first create yourself an easy handle. You need one handle for each easy session you want to perform. Basically, you should use one handle for every thread you plan to use for transferring. You must never share the same handle in multiple threads. One thread for one program. Easy handle. If I got it, then I will do setup curl opt URL. Easy setup. Here, this is probably a value. Yep, type integer and the value is this opt URL, and this is the URL. Then I go curl easy set opt for curl follow action. This is 52 and 1L. This is no information about it. Okay. Then perform the request. Res gets the resolution code. Res equals curl easy perform the request on this thing and check for errors. If not easy, okay, then printf it failed and given a string. String is this curl easy standard error str error. Okay, and then easy cleanup. Right, that seems a bit simple enough. That is easy, I guess. To use the easy interface, you must first create yourself an easy handle. You need one handle for each easy session you want to perform. Basically, you should use one handle for each thread you plan to use for transferring. You must never share the same handle in multiple threads. Get an easy handle with this thing, with this. Okay, it returns an easy handle. Using that, you proceed to the next step, setting up your preferred actions. A handle is just a logical entity for upcoming transfer or series of transfers, upcoming transfer or series of transfers. It is just a logical entity. You set properties and options for this handle using set op. Okay, this and this. What does set easy do? Let's see. Let me just go through this once. They control how the subsequent transfer or transfers using this handle are made. Options remain set in the handle until set again to something different. They are sticky. Multiple requests using the same handle use the same options. Okay, so they do not refresh after making a request. If you at any point would like to blank all the previously set options for a single easy handle, you can call curl easy reset, and you also make a clone of an easy handle of an easy handle with all set inputs using curl easy to handle. Many of the options set in libcurl are strings, pointers to data terminated with 0 byte. When you set string with when you set strings multiple with the curl easy set OTP, libcurl makes its own copy so that they do not need to be kept around in your application after being set. That is cool. One of the most basic properties to set in the handle is the URL. To set in the handle is the URL. You set your preferred URL to transfer with this in a manner similar to this. Here I give this, and here I tell that I am giving the URL. Okay, this function takes in a handle, then the thing that I want to change, and then the actual option. Let's assume for a while that you want to receive data as the URL identifies a remote source you want to get here. Since you write a sort of application that needs this transfer, I assume that you would like to get the data passed to you directly instead of simply getting it passed to standard out. So you write your own function that matches this prototype. Size t write data takes in a buffer the size, the number of members, size of one thing, and pointer. Let's assume for a while that you want to receive data as the URL identifies a remote source you want to get here. What and when am I printing? Always clean up. But at one point I also printed the data. That is what it is telling us saying about. It's let's assume for a while that you want to receive data as the URL identifies a remote source you want to get in. Since you write a sort of application that needs this transfer, I assume that you would like to get the data passed to you directly instead of simply getting it passed to standard out. Okay, it is getting passed down to standard output. That is why I saw it on the screen. So you write your own function that matches this prototype. I will have to write my own function which matches this prototype, which is crazy. Fuck hell. And the function will take in a character pointer, a void pointer, size, size and number of members. You tell libcurl to pass all the data to this function by issuing a function similar to this. Okay, I will set that handle here. Write data is the function, and URL opt write function. You can control what data your callback function gets in the fourth argument by setting another property. You can control what data your callback function gets in external internal structure, address of a structure. Okay, there is another property. You can control what data your callback function gets in the fourth argument. In the fourth argument, what data your callback gets in the fourth argument by setting another property this. Using that property, you can easily pass local data. You can easily pass local data between your application and the function that gets invoked by libcurl. Using that property, you can easily pass local data between your application, and the function that gets invoked by libcurl, between your application and the function that gets libcurl itself does not touch the data you pass with curl opt write data. Okay, so let's say this name undeclared write data. Okay, I will declare it shortly. Why is this like this? Hmm, hmm, hmm. I have to write a function or data handle is write data. What is the prototype for it? This thing. Write data takes in a buffer pointer. Right, it takes in a buffer pointer. Size t. What the heck is size t? Size t means unsigned long. Why does it return unsigned long? Since you are writing a sort of application that needs this transfer, I assume that you would like to get the data passed to you directly instead of simply getting it passed to standard out. So you are writing your own function that matches this prototype. You tell libcurl to pass all the data to this function by issuing a function similar to this. This you control what the data callback function gets in the fourth argument by setting another property. Write function and write data. Address of internal struct. First one is a buffer, void pointer, size t, user. I don't get it. Success. So what I get, let me see what EasyCurl does. This function allocates and returns an easy handle. Such a handle is used as an input to other functions in the easy interface. This must have a corresponding call to easy.cleanup when the operation is complete. The easy handle is used to hold and control a single network transfer. It is encouraged to use easy handles for repeated transfers. An alternative way to get a new and easy handle is to duplicate an existing one. Okay, if you did not already call this global before calling the easy function does it automatically. This can be lethal in multi-threaded cases for platforms where curl global init is not thread safe, and it may then result in recurrences, resource problems because there is no corresponding cleanup. You are strongly advised to not allow this automatic behavior by calling in the global curl on my own. Okay, here I got a easy handler, and if I got it, then I will declare a res like this. Then I will set the URL option, curl option URL to the URL for this handle, right? And I will get the res in this, and then I will clean up. Okay, I am starting to get something in the lib curl library calling the what is the function name? Get curl easy init by calling the curl easy init init function. In return, I get a pointer to a structure which has okay. So if I were to do here curl dot dot c d e. Oh, okay. Curl is a pointer. It is a curl pointer. And what is curl? It is type void. Void pointer. It is a void pointer. Okay. And what does this return? Curl pointer, aka void pointer. This returns a void pointer somehow, and this takes in a handler which is a void pointer, then an option and the parameter to set that option. Hmm. Okay, to a structure which has I get a pointer to a structure which has properties, which has options that the lib curl library uses to send requests. Is that correct? It is initialized like this. Yep. Curl easy init. This function allocates and initializes. This function allocates and initializes a curl session handle. A curl session handle. It successful. If successful, it returns a pointer to curl structure. If it fails, it returns null. It returns null. To configure this handle with various options such as I can put option this and flow location 1L option URL sets the URL, tells curl to follow HTTP redirects and then I can get the response like this executes the request with the configured options, returns a status code indicating success or failure. Then I can clean it up. The structure is internally stores all the options. Libcurl uses the data when curl easy perform is called on that handler. That is cool. What is the right data function? Yep. How to get the response body in a char pointer instead of sending it direct out to the STT standard out. To store the response body in a char pointer instead of printing it to standard out, you need to use the curl option write function in curl easy setup option. Curl easy set option. This allows to specify a custom callback function that handles the response data. Okay, function that handles the response data. Structure memories like this. Response, a char pointer, and size t. Okay, and here I initialize total write callback is a function. Okay, it takes in a void pointer here contains t size, that is size of each chunk, and here number of chunk number of member, and a void pointer, another void pointer. Okay, and total size is size into number of chunk. Yep, and a structure memory pointer is mem. Structure memory pointer usurp. I make usurp I convert the void pointer. I convert the pointer given by usurp into pointer to a memory. Okay, and then I make a new character pointer which reallocates mem dot response to mem dot size mem size plus total size plus 1. Okay, this the place where I am storing? Seems like it. And at the end I will return the total size and you serve pointer. If pointer equals null, printf not enough memory. If otherwise, update the struct. Mem response equals pointer. Here I have made write function equal to write callback and chunk address void point address of chunk. What the heck is chunk? Chunk is this. Initialize structure. Explanation. Custom write callback. Called while curl when data is received. Resize chunk dot response to accumulate new data. Appends new data and null terminates it. Response chunk dot response. Printf standard error otherwise. Now clean and free chunk dot response. I give in the address. I give in the address of the structure which will be given here. User p, user pointer I suppose. And here inside here I am using that. I'm converting it into a pointer to memory, right? To memory, which is a char pointer and size t. And here I am initializing a char pointer which reallocates mem dot response, that is a pointer to this thing, which is initially it was declared here as null. I am reallocating null to size. What was the size originally? It was 0 plus total size plus 1. Or is this, yep, this thing will be called with every request. Therefore stuff will happen. Okay, I'll get this thing copied to some place else, and if I do not get it, then that's okay. Then otherwise, I'll make the mem response point to the new thing, and I will copy into mem response index mem size. Has mem size not been updated? Nope. Mem size is the same as it was originally. Total size there. Yep. Put in the contents, this thing, total size, the size of the contents, right? And update mem size and put this at the end, a null character at the end, and return total size. That is okay. Huh. That makes some sense. So this is the function that I need to write. Right. my structure. Now, not type of, but type def structure uh, character pointer will be called data and size t for size, and it will be called mem for memory. Now I have given this here. Let me declare um, a pointer mem pointer or a void point. Nope, a mem pointer which I will convert into a void pointer. A mem pointer called MSG or just data equals, yeah, equals equals null comma zero initially elements in scalar initialize excess elements in scalar initialization. Fucking hell. So this, yep. And then curl easy set option for curl and curl opt write header write data. What was it? Write data and parameter is will convert into void pointer the address for mem. If that is wrong, mem expected unexpected type name mem. Oh, yep, it should be data. Yep, that is fine, giving me no error. Now I have to define this function. What does this do? This function does a few crazy things. Yeah, let me just delete all of this and write a new, because the indentation was not right in the last one. And ls remove live chat and end live chat.c include stdio.h int main curl pointer curl include curl curl.h. Right, I got a curl pointer. And what else do I need? A response. Curl code is called res. After doing that, curl equals curl easy init. Right, if curl, then I will do a few things. If curl, that is if I got easy init, then I would like to set up functions curl easy options curl what is the curl easy set opt curl easy set opt. First argument is curl, second is option name curl option url curl opt URL. Curl opt URL. Is that correct? That is correct. And then the URL, which is example.com. https :/ example.com. No error, no error. Now curl easy set opt for curl opt data or something. Right, 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 date, right function, and then write data. Why am I not getting anything? Right function. This will call a write data function, which I will write later. Curl easy set option. Curl option is here. Curl opt write data, and the parameter. The parameter I will have to define first. The structure which will store the data. It will have a character pointer called data and unsigned chart. No, a big number. Yeah, let me do type def unsigned long. What is a 64-bit integer? A 64-bit integer in C. What is it called? How to specify a 64-bit integer in C? Long int. Okay, long int will be called L int, right? And now here L int size, right? And this will be called mem for memory, right? And here after this step, let me define my bad mem data equals, it will start at null and size 0, and here I will provide the address for data thing, and also type converted into void pointer. Now the write data function, which will return a lint and it is called write data, and it takes in void pointer buffer, which I will type convert into char pointer, right? And use a function to do some things, right? And lint chunk size, lint long int chunk count, and here void pointer user mem, that is the memory provided by the user. Then here I will do so that I don't get any error. Now inside this function, total size, yeah, lint new size equals chunk size into chunk count. Right, right, right. Chunk size into chunk count, and I will type convert user mem equals type converted into mem pointer user mem. That does work. Now realloc mem pointer with char pointer ptr equals realloc the original char pointer, which is user mem dot data. Okay, it is a pointer, so and the new size is mem dot. Wait, what is the type of user mem? Void pointer. Size plus new size plus one for null character. Okay, void pointer. Let me change this to mem pointer original mem equals convert this to mem pointer user mem, and here original mem. Okay, this does not give me any error. And original mem. Original mem. Okay, this will give me a new space to store a string. Now to copy a string, what is the function to copy a string? To copy a string, the function is memcopy. Mem ccpy. Mem ccpy. Okay. White. That should be the destination, and destination is. Wait, let me update the original mem dot data 2.2 the new pointer, and this becomes equal to original mem dot data, and I have to go till the original data length original mem dot size, right? A void pointer, which is why is there another void pointer which gives me the size, no, from which to copy to. Okay, convert into char pointer the buffer, right? And what is this integer? Why are there so many contents, right? And then total size, this one mem cpy. Why are there two c's in there? So I remove one, and here remove this, and make this to equal to new size. Okay, now there is some error. Char to the parameter of void. Oh, get the address of this thing. Memcopy with type void. Memcopy. Yes, this is the function. Use of undeclared identifier dist. Given the address for original memory dot data, original memory dot size, and here I will give in buffer and new size. That does not work. Why does that not work? It is working here. I am giving in contents and total size, and the address for this thing Is the address being messed up? Like that? Nope. Or maybe it is. Pointer, void pointer to void point. Void pointer is wanted returns. It takes in a void pointer. Const right mem strict memory pointer use up. Yep, that is what I did. And then make the point if pointer is null, then print there is no enough not enough space. Otherwise, mem.response will be equal to the new pointer and get the address for this for the size. Yep, contents and then total size. Yep, that should work. Actually, the problem is undeclared library function memcopy. Okay, what library does memcopy? String.h probably, I guess. Include string.h. That was the thing. Right. After copying it, let me update the size. Is that it, right? Um, original mem dot size equals the original size, which is or plus equals new size. Right, and at the end return original mem dot size. Right. Yep. Providing this, and then I would like to get the response equals curl easy send, or what is the function to actually send the request. Easy perform for curl. Right. If res dot res equal to res okay equal to curl okay. If res equal to curl oh, curl okay, then printf response backslash new line percentage new line comma data dot data. Yes. Here at the end. ORI original mem dot data bracket size. Yep, is size equals null. Okay, size is nothing, so original mem dot size. That should work. And at the end, I will just do curl easy close cleanup for curl. Let's see how much that does work. Dot slash out. Okay, that is pretty cool. I got a response and the whole response. So now at this point, I can send HTTP requests, and it took me 1 hour to learn that. That is cool. That is okay. Right. Now what do I want to see? I can send HTTP requests using the curl library. I can capture the response in a string, and let's no, like let me call this twice. Copy and this. I should see the response twice. Clang dot slash out. I should see the response twice. I didn't see it, not even once. Ah, fuck. Live chat. Okay, after this, I should have seen the response twice, but nope, I did not. I did not see it twice. I only saw it once. Why? I'm taking the buffer here, taking in the buffer here. Yep, which is not empty at this point for the second request. That is, it has some size and other stuff too. New size is equal to chunk size into chunk count. Yep, and then I have a mem pointer which points to the structure provided by the user to store the response. Then I make a pointer which points the original data to a place with new with new things. Yeah, this should work. This should work. But it does not due to some reason. Let me do this and it works for this. Alright. Why does it work for that? Why is it not working when I am calling this twice? Shit. It is being overwritten, I suppose. Why am I doing part one again? Okay, so I guess the second time it is not printing stuff. Yeah, maybe I got some error the second time. How do I print error? How do I hit the error? How do I hit? Error is failed, standard, easy, error for this. Okay, printf stderr. Printf stderr, comma, error, control S, backslash, new line, percentage. And curl, easy, standard error, and passing rest. So it seems like I got fucking standard error stderr. That is not a valid syntax, it seems. stderr fprintf. Oh, fprintf. It will write to the standard error thing. Right. fprintf. fprintf. Clang dot slash out. This should write failure when receiving data from the peer. And live chat 23. After calling this once, I will print and let's see. Dot slash out. I will see. Yep. The second time I called it, I got some error. Now, what are the questions? What are the unclear things that are in my mind? Things I don't get. Yes, when calling, when sending a request using lib curl easy, does the execution of the program stop while does the execution of the program stop while response is being awaited? Yes, when using libcurl, easy perform the execution of the program stops while waiting for the response. This is because easy perform is blocking synchronous is a synchronous function. When you call libcurl curl easy perform, it sends the request, waits for the response from the server, processes the response data using the right callback if set. The function does not return until the entire request to response cycle is completed. An error occurs, timeout, connection failure. Okay, so this error that I'm getting might be because I am calling this function too fast, fast, hitting that endpoint too quickly. How to make it non-blocking, multi-curl or thread timeout. What does limits how long libcurl perform waits for a response. Okay, timeout 5 seconds. Timeout after 5 seconds. Yeah. Would you like a non-blocking example with curl multi or threading? Nope, multi-threading. I will get into multi-threading later, but yeah, I understand this much. Yes, and I guess now I can move on. Let's see. How can I put header and body options for the request and change the method for the request right in here here nope this what is this in it now what is this? This is the curl OTP setup. Setting the method set OTP function is used for them. Yes, you can control. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense now that I have written something with it. Libcurl offers its own default internal callback that takes care of the data if you do not set the callback function. Libcurl write function, it simply outputs the received data to standard out. You can have the default call write back the data to a different file handled by passing in a file pointer to a file pointer. Okay, okay, success. There are, of course, many more options you can set, and we have, and we get back to a few of them later. Let's instead continue to actual transfer. Okay, libgirl perform and success is stored. Libgirl easy perform connects to remote site, does the necessary commands and performs the transfer. Wherever, whenever it receives data, it calls the callback function we previously set. The function may get 1 byte at a time, or okay, the function may not get the whole input. That is why we keep track of stuff. The function may get 1 byte at a time. Whenever it receives data, it calls the callback function we previously set. The function may get 1 byte at a time, or it may get many kilobytes at once. Libcurl delivers as much as possible, as often as possible. Your callback function should return the number of bytes. Should return the number of bytes it took care of. Okay, the fallback function should return the number of total number of bytes it took care of so that libcurl knows how many bytes have been processed by the callback function so that now it returns the bytes which have are left and have not been processed. If that is not the same amount of bytes that was passed to it, libcurl aborts the operation and returns with an error code. Okay, that makes sense. When the transfer is complete, the function returns a return code that informs you if it succeeded in its mission or not. If a return code is not enough for you, you can use the curl OTP error buff to point to libcurl to a buffer of yours when it stores a human readable error message as well. This is what I got. This is the body, which is cool. If you then want to transfer another file, the data, the handle is ready to be used again. It is even preferred and encouraged that you reuse an existing handle if you intend to make another transfer. libcurl then attempts to reuse a previous connection. For some protocols, downloading a file can involve a complicated process of logging in, setting the transfer mode, changing the current directory, and finally transferring the file data. libcurl takes care of all that complication for you, given simply the URL to a file. libcurl takes care of all the details needed to get the file moved from one machine to another. Multi-threading issues. When does it not work? Refer to this. When does it not work? Upload data to a remote site. Okay. Passwords, HTTP authentication, HTTP hosting. Not right now. Yep. Converting from to this. Okay. Let's see how I can set methods and stuff. Get is by default. By default, libcurl uses get. You can change the method using this. If I want to change to post, then I would go libcurl OTP post, libcurl OTP post fields, libcurl OTP post, comma libcurl OTP post fields, post fields, post fields. For put libcurl OTP customer request, custom request, custom request. Adding headers. Use libcurl option header, HTTP header with a struct curl site pointer to define headers. Adding body for put and patch. Option post fields for raw body data. Example custom with headers and body. Okay, how can I test this? I can test this when I want to get my add-on of code, my add-on of code, add-on of code puzzle inputs. Yep. For example, in this, my puzzle input, to get my puzzle input, I have to send a request to this URL, to this URL, and part, that is right. This lib.c, and here I will change the URL to this add-on of code URL, and I will get some. I will not get the input because I have to log in to get the input. Yes, puzzle inputs differ by user. Please log in to get your puzzle input. Error failure when receiving data from the peer. Yeah. Okay, so I will not be calling this the second time here and here and here. Yep. So thing is, I have to put in. I have to log in to get my specific user input. And how do I log in? Expect. Let's see. What was the request that I sent to this thing? Network, delete and refresh. Did I refresh? Yep, I did refresh and refresh. Yes, I did refresh. And why am I not getting any requests? Recording. Okay. Yep, I got something. Inject.js. That is not what I want. Okay, that is. You saw my cookie, which is fine. Okay, get. It is a get request, right? This is the URL. I only have to put in the cookie, which is this. I can fix that. I can fix that. You guys have seen my cookie, but that is okay. I will fix that. How will I fix that? I will log into some other machine, log out of this, and log in again, and that time I will get a new cookie when I log in again after logging out. So yeah, this in the body cookie goes in the headers, and well, the request is get, so it is of course in the headers, right? Easy curl set option URL put. Okay, that is how if I want to do it, put. Okay, headers curl s list add headers. This is the way to add headers. Headers equals to curl s list append to headers. What is headers? Headers is what the heck is headers? Okay, headers is I guess something in the curl library. I append this. Okay, and I append this. Okay, so key value pair goes in as a single string, and curl easy setup URL curl HTTP header, put the headers as header. Hmm, 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 hmm. You can put headers. Adding the headers, adding headers. Right. How do I do that? Header equal. Wait, is there no data type for headers? Nope. Nope. They just seems to just exist. Headers equals curl header append curl s list append curl s list append s list append. Wait, what the fuck is headers? How do I have? Where have I declared? I have not declared anything remotely named headers anywhere. So how am I using this header here without declaring it first? Let me just do headers. I magically seem to have that. Yep, undeclared identifier header. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Uh, headers is undeclared. You are getting an undeclared error for this. Ensure that struct and list headers. Where are you? Ah, you did this here. This. Okay, okay, my bad, my bad. Curl s list pointer. Okay. Here, let me do it. Curl s list pointer headers starts at null. It is a structure. Okay. 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 What do you mean? Ah, that has to be headers. Okay, that is cool. And now, what do I want to send? Yeah, that I can send that it specifies that the header is in JSON type and headers equals curl s list append give headers. And now, yep, yeah, the thing, my cookie and stuff. Let me just first put it there manually, and afterwards I will just the cookie is there. So cookie and the cookie is this. Okay. And this is really dumb. Okay, go to the end of the line. Wait, go to the end of the line. Why am I not going to the end? Yep. delete and paste. Right, 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 right. I hope my screen is not stuck. It is not. That is cool. Right. I have put in the cookie, and then yep, I have to add that curl easy set option, right? Set option, set option, curl option header, HTTP header, provide in headers. Curl easy set option, curl curl HTTP header, provide in headers, right? And what is this? Set request body. Body does not exist because this is a get request. So this is cool. And now will it work? Will I get my actual response? I should. Fuck. That is cool. That is actually cool. I got my response. And because I gave in my cookie here from Advent of Code, I got this. It's fucking cool. It is actually cool. So I have the ability to pass in stuff and I can authenticate. Now I would like to store this cookie in .env file. How to store strings in env for a C program. Hey, the program was bigger than I thought. No. Yep. Storing and reading strings from .env file in a C program. C does not have a built-in support for .env files, but you can store env variables in a .env file and load them into your program using the standard file input output in the shell. Okay, if this is this, then I will have to create a parser to load env variables into it. Yeah, call the load env variable and open the file and read stuff from the file. Okay, for this I will just have to create a parser, which is okay. This is fine. This is fine. Manually providing it is fine, right? So I know how to send HTTP requests and not just get. I can send post, put, or any request and change headers, put in bodies, whatever I want. Right. Now what? And I can capture the response in a string, which is cool. And then, yes, now the actual thing. How to do it. YouTube APIs. YouTube APIs guides. Yep, guides. Let me just take a small break and go to washroom, and I will be right back. I should create a screen, a waiting screen, which I can just put on when I go to my break or something. But for now, I'll just go and I am back and 62 frames have been dropped. Now we begin. So till now we have seen, I have learned how I can send HTTP request a lib using libcurl library in C. I can send get, post or request with any method, and I can put in headers and body and capture the response and do stuff with it. Now I want to see how I can send requests to YouTube YouTube API to get, like, at least get some idea what the heck is going on. This document is intended for developers who want to write applications that interact with YouTube. It explains basic concepts of YouTube and the API itself. It also provides an overview of the different functions that the API supports. Before you start, you need a Google account, which I have, to access the API console, request an API key, and register your application. Request an API key. I will need an API so that YouTube knows who is sending the request to that API. Not anyone can send a request to any API. Okay, create a project. What the fuck? Create a project in the Google Developers Console and obtain authorization credentials so your application can submit API requests. Okay, Google Developers Console. Yo, fully charged laptop. Such privilege. Uh, this is the Google Developers Console. I have come here in the past and I don't know what the fuck this is. All of this is. Let's see. And obtain authorization credentials so your applications can submit API requests. Okay. Do I have to get specific credentials for specific APIs? After creating your project, make sure that YouTube Database API is one of the services that your application is registered to. Go to the API console and select the project you have just registered. Visit the Enable APIs page in the list. Make sure that on is on for YouTube Data API. Okay, let's see. Wait, in the API and services. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Create a project. Quick. All I do not have any project. You are working in my first project. That is crazy. This is the project number, project ID, and I hope that this does not backfire me because I am sharing all of this live. I can just delete or maybe blur. Well, this is live stream, so I cannot blur the video. I do not want to delete it. Just fuck it. If your application will use any API methods that require user authorization, read the authentication guide to learn how to implement OAuth 2.0. Select a client library to simplify your API implementation. Familiarize yourself with the core concepts of JSON, JavaScript, object notation, data format. JSON is a common language interpret independent data format that provides a simple text representation of arbitrary data structures. For more information, see this. Okay. Yeah, I need a Google account, which I have. Go to access Google API console, request an API key, and register your application. Google API console, which is, let's see, Google API console, which is console cloud, Google cloud, Google API console. Hmm. I have created some projects. Oh, my first project. I made a project back in 2024. That is crazy. Create new project. This will be called. Uh, Wait. Let me use a account which is like. Uh, I want to create a separate account and shit. To create an account, I have to provide a mobile number, and my mobile number has been used in quite a bit of
quite a number of accounts.
already, so I cannot register a new account based on my current mobile number. So I am going to. So the only thing that I worry about is my data being used in live streaming chat. It cannot be changed later. Okay, streaming chat. Okay, okay, okay. This account is just my account with which I do like stuff. And let's see. I have created a project. It was said that go there, request an API key, and register your application. I guess this is what is meant by register your application. I am streaming chat project. Okay. If I go there, will I see my credentials, which I do not want to show on live stream? Let's see. Let me hide it and see my credentials. Do I see the credentials? Nope. Wait, let me show you guys. See, I do not see anything. The credentials are create credentials for API key identifies your project using a simple API key to check quota and access, request user consent so that your app can access the user's data. Nope, I don't want data. API key creating. Okay, I guess now I should hide the screen. Creating API key. Fucking hell, I got a API key. Okay, I can see the API key and I have copied the API key. And how can I hide the API key? Can I delete it later? Edit? Yep, I can always delete it. Um, so doesn't matter, right? Let me do uh, char pointer API key equals. You guys can see the API key. That is okay because I will delete it afterwards. Right, I got the API key. Then create a project on Google Developers Console. I have done that. Obtain authorization credentials so your application can submit API requests. I guess this API key is the authorization credential that they are talking about. Yep, I guess so. And then remove everything that is not needed at the time. Add end of code. Remove that. Yep, libguard. Maybe keep that open. Yes. Then after creating your project, make sure that YouTube Data API is one of the services that your application is registered to. Go to API console and select the project that you just created. Visit the enable API pages in the list of APIs. Make sure the status is on for YouTube Data API V. Okay, see all projects. Um, um, what? What? All products. Yep, I am inside a streaming chat, and in there I have to go to and just create it. Yep, visit enable API pages. Enable APIs pages and APIs and services. YouTube Data API. You data. There are a bunch of data APIs. Which one is the one that I want? For YouTube Data API v3. YouTube Data API v3. Inside the enable APIs pages. APIs and services. Yep, which is this. And I do not have data store, data big query storage, cloud storage, service management API. This is okay. Is this the name of the APIs that have been added? Enable APIs and services. Yep. Wait. Let me go back to the main documentation page. Yep. For YouTube Data API v3. For YouTube Data API v3. Enable APIs. YouTube data API v3. YouTube data API v3. Yep, this one. This one. And how do I enable it? Enable. That is cool. Try this API. It is being enabled. Documentation. The YouTube v3 API is an API that provides access to YouTube data, such as videos, playlists, and stuff. Mhm. Okay, and mhm, APIs and services. It should come here now. Yep, here it is. I can go there, quotas and system limits. Okay, is public API, so that is cool. Service name is this Google API. Documentation, yep, learn more. Try and yep. Documentation can, what is the stuff that I can get? Play YouTube videos, add YouTube data. YouTube data, that is what I want. Add more YouTube features. Live streaming. Schedule live stream broadcast and manage your broadcast live stream. Let's see. Streaming clients. I want to get. Okay. API cases. I want to find the API which can give me by polling again and again continuously to that API which can give me the chats for a live stream. That is what I want to get. I want to find a API which can do that, which gives me that. Right. What does this say? If your application use any API methods that require authorization, I don't think that will require authorization because getting live chat for any stream is very public thing. Then I can read documentation, library, okay, and JSON, resources, activity channel, and this, okay. Resource, okay, uh, the set of APIs that are here, they are like Google specific. This specific API handles everything that is YouTube related, which is okay. Okay, this API is for YouTube related things. Iframes. Right, this is very general and abstract. I want to go very specific into one thing. Uh, Guides, iframer, iHelper, iOS helper, iframe, YouTube players, no, data entry sources. Yep, YouTube data API, live stream API. But in live stream, I want a very specific thing of the live stream, not like everything. Core concepts. This is the way that I can get live stream API. Let's see. 30 minutes video. Okay, this is this is this person is live streaming. I want to see if whether this will only return a video, the video stream, or the live chat also. Wait, this is so fucking old. This video. Um, shit. This video is so old. How old is this? This seems to be pretty old. Uh, shit, yeah,
No, yes, but
11 years old. That is crazy. And I guess frames must have been dropped. No, no frames were dropped, which is cool. Which is cool. Now, yep, this is the API for YouTube. YouTube. Data API. Right, search for content. code samples, other resources, tools, get started. Alright, after doing that, here a resource is an individual data entity with a unique identifier. Resource and resource types. A resource is an individual data with a unique identifier. The table below describes the different types of resources that you can interact with using the API. Activity is a resource, contains information about an action that a particular user has taken on the YouTube site. User actions that are reported in activity feeds include rating a video, sharing a video, marking a video as a favorite, and posting a channel bulletin, among other things. Channel contains information about a single YouTube channel. Okay, let's try to send a request to this thing. I don't know JavaScript. Go JavaScript and do something. There is no code snippet. Fucking hell. Oh, there are client libraries, but I only want a very specific thing. I do not need a whole library. I will be creating it on my own. List, insert, update, delete. Okay, these things are called resources, and they provide specific things. So I have to find the resource which gives me the live chat. Note that in many cases a resource contains reference to other resources. For example, a playlist resource snippet .this uh, property identifies a video resource that in turn contains complete information about the video. As another example, supported operations. The following table shows that most common methods that the API supports. These are the methods that the API supports. There is no get method. Operations, partial resource snippet. Yep, okay, that is one. That is good. Example 1 returns a video resource that includes pairs, four parts as well as kind and e-tag properties. And the examples below demonstrate how you can use the part and field parameters to ensure the API response only includes data that your application uses. Okay, I will read that thing later. API response and URL I sent to googleapis.com/youtube/v3 videos ID equals this and key equals this. Okay, that is cool. And part equals snippet, content detail, okay, comma, 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 comma. Okay, so if I send a request to this thing, API key, I have the API key up there. Nope, not this, not this. What do I want? Yep, change this, paste this. Yep, and instead of remove API key from here, 24, we have back copy, remove API key from there and put it there, paste. Right, this will give me some things for video whose ID is this. Let's see, is there a if I go to YouTube, how do I identify any video? Let's say this second video, whatever it is going to be. Make joke of fucking hell. Nope, no, 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 not that. Yep, let's improve brain function. If I change this to this, the ID that was provided there, and yeah, remove time. Okay, that is a YouTube video. That is cool. That was streamed actually 12 years ago. Okay, and frames were not dropped, but I suppose that this the stream lagged a bit. Now what I will do is, yeah, just send this write data, and I will not send these headers. Right, comment this out. And what else do I need? Curl easy perform. Yep, and I don't know what I will get. I don't know. Let's see. Error receiving data from the peer. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Error receiving data from the peer. Part equals snippet static and failed equals item id items id snippet statistics. The response is something like this. Let's change the URL a bit, maybe that is the problem. Key is this. Yep. I guess I will get error again. No, I got something. 400 is invalid field. This is an invalid field, okay, which is it is just the latest field from your thing. Right. What if I remove these options, these part options, and send in the raw request? Kind this, tag this, kind page info, total results 1, ID, kind tag. Okay, video list response, YouTube hash video list response, tag items. Okay, let me read. Partial resources calculating quota usage. The YouTube API data API uses a quota to ensure that developers use the services as intended and do not create applications that unfairly reduce service quality or limit access for others. DDoS. All API requests, including invalid requests, incur at least 1 point quota cost. You can find the quota available to your application in the API console. Shit. There is a quota. There is a quota. BigQuery billing. Shit, I have to pay money to get stuff. Shit. Man, this project is not linked to a billing account. Does not mean that you will not bill me. Create a VM dashboard recommendations. Let's see. Quota, quota, quota. Project ID, add people to this project. Quota is specific to a project. Wait a minute. I'll have to stop it. Yep, I am back, and quota. So it is saying that I have quota projects that enable the YouTube data API have a default quota of 10,000 units per day. I can send 10,000 requests per day, an amount sufficient for overwhelming majority of our API users. Well, if I am getting more than 10,000 chat messages per day, Well, we'll see. I'll see how that works out. Default quota, which is subject to change, helps us optimize quota allocations and scale our infrastructure in a way that is more meaningful to our API users. You can see your quota usage on quotas page. Hey, don't change this. Go there. Let's see quota page. It must have reduced like 2 times. I sent the request 2 to 3 times there. Quota usage more than 90%. Wait, act on your quota, create a quota, usage alert or edit your profile. Okay, access trends, discover usage trends and peak consumptions, all quota and system limits 3838. Get insightful into your quotas. This dimensions are useful to group and aggregate the usage. You can filter the quotas on this page by the dimensions shown in this column. For example, region. Okay, wait. Value a million quota for this thing. Um, all quotas and systems linked. Quotas and system linked. No, what is this about? One has 10,000 queries per day, and one has 1,800,000 queries per minute. One quota selected. Let learn. Wait, I will learn about quota later, but right now I want to be able to make requests. Calculating quota request partial resource. Yep. And I want specific things. The API allows and actually requires the retrieval of partial resources so that applications avoid. Wait. Let me sit down properly and drink water. Mizu. The API allows and actually requires the retrieval of partial resources so that applications avoid transferring, parsing, and storing unneeded data. This approach also ensures that the API uses network, CPU, and memory resources more efficiently. Yep. The API supports two request parameters which are explained in the following sections. Two request parameters, okay, that enable you to identify the resource properties that should be included in API responses. Okay. Part parameter identifies group of properties that should be returned for a resource. Group of properties that should be returned for a resource. And in this, when did I specify the resource? Videos. Videos is one of the resource. Yep, video. Video. Here it is video. Video, and here it is videos. So that is different. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Videos. Videos. Videos represents a single YouTube video channel. If I'm given channel, uh, let me read this first and not speculate about how this might work. The part parameter identifies group of properties that should be returned for a resource. Yes, that makes sense. Fields. The fields parameter filters the API response to only return specific properties within the requested resource part. How to use the part parameter. The part parameter is a required parameter for any API request that retrieves or returns a resource. The parameter identifies one or more top-level, non-nested resource properties that should be included in an API response. For example, a video resource has the following parts: content detail, file details, player statistics, topic quick detail. All of these parts are objects that contain nested properties, and you can think of these objects as metadata groups of metadata fields that the API server might or might not retrieve. That the API server might or might not retrieve. As such, the part parameter requires you to select the resource components that your application actually uses. This server to keep requirement serves two key purposes. It reduces the latency by preventing the API server from spending time retrieving metadata fields that your application doesn't use. Yep. It reduces bandwidth uses by reducing or eliminating the amount of unnecessary data that your application might retrieve. Yep. Over time, as resources add more parts, these benefits will only increase, since your application will not be requesting newly introduced properties that doesn't support. Yep, that makes sense. How to use fields parameter. How can I use it? Oh, fields and parts. There are two things, fields and parts. How to use fields parameter. The fields parameter filters the API response, which only contains the source part identified in the part parameter value, so that the response only includes a specific set of fields. The fields parameter lets you remove nested properties from an API response and thereby further reduce your bandwidth usage. The to fill part parameter cannot be used to filter nested properties from a response. Hmm, 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 hmm. Let's see. And part is get me the snippet and statistics, and fields get me items snippet and this. Fields is I fields is items. This part is this. Okay, I defined a part later and field before that is okay. Part snippet and content detail statistics and status. Yes, let's make do and part equals statistics and part equals statistics and part equals statistics. Lang dot slash out. Will I get some statistics? I do get some statistics. The video has been watched this many times. Like count is this, favorite count is this. No one has put this video into their favorite. There are 11 comments. So yeah, that is working. And let's say among this, I only want view count. Let's do that. View count. How can I specify that? And field equals, how do I specify the field? This is the format. Fields equals items. The following rules explain the supported syntax for the field parameter values, which is loosely based on XPath syntax. Use a comma separator to select multiple fields, okay, and use an asterisk wildcard to identify all fields. Use parentheses to specify a group of nested properties that will be included in the API response. All right. Use a forward slash to identify a nested property, a group of properties, or a single nested properties like that. Okay. Items. Inside items, I want ID. Okay. Is there a thing called items in there? Nope. There is nothing called items in there. Oh, wait. Items. Is there something called items in there? Yep. There is items. Inside items, I want that. Okay. In practice, these rules often allow several different fields parameter values to retrieve the same API response. For example, if you wanted to retrieve the playlist ID, title, and position for every item in a playlist, you could use the following values. In the item, give me the ID, playlist, items, snippet, title, playlist item, or inside items, get me ID from items, or inside items, get me snippet and title, snippet and title. Okay. What I want inside items, get me, let's say, statistics, and inside that, give me view count. Inside that, give me view count. How do you do that? Items, inside items, go to fucking retard. Inside items, there is a thing called statistics. Yep, statistics, and there is a thing called view count. Give me that. Correct, right? Statistics, view count. Okay, C is capital in view count. Uh-huh, Replace this with capital C. Let's see if this works. I got other things too. Inside items, I got statistics and view count and also other things. Inside items, snippet, give give me title and position. Okay, in this, I'm getting snip. Okay, in this, I'm getting fucking everything. But in this, I'm getting everything. In this, I'm getting only side items. Where is items? Uh, um, I'm only getting ID, snippet, and statistics. ID, snippet, and statistics. Snippet, statistics, and ID. And what are the other things? Kind, e tag, and stuff. Okay, I can do that. Kind, e tag, and stuff. I'm getting all of them. Now, so let me say in field, inside items, I want kind, I want ID, comma, statistics, and view count. Let's see. Dot slash out. Inside items, I got ID and everything, which the things that I didn't even want. Items. Okay, there is some mistake somewhere. Okay, part equals statistics and field equals items. Part equals statistics and whatever, and fields fields equals items and all of these. Okay, fields equals, let's say I only want to get ID. That would be cool to see. I did got only ID. What were the things I was doing differently back then? Statistics, right? What was the original code? The code was this: field equals items. Field equals items. Field fields. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Fields. Now I should get only the things that I want to get. Dot slash out. Ah, that is cool. That is cool. Now, resource. I have to find the resource for getting in YouTube PIs. What is the wait, let me check. a few different resources on my own before going in for the kill. And yes, I will go in for the kill in my next stream. Today was mostly learning and stuff. Now here. Where is the videos? Yep. Let me change this to channel and change the ID to my YouTube channel ID, uh, which is right here. I guess this is the ID. Let's see if that works. Key is this, right? And see, I guess that will mess up and that will not work. Yeah, response is null. Um, channels maybe, and to the rate Zitan Raghav 137 dot slash out. YouTube channel list response e tag page information total results. Okay, channels and at the rate and then the name. Okay, at the rate. If I remove at the rate, what then? If I remove at the rate, do I get the same thing? If it doesn't matter if I put it with the at the rate or without it. So yeah, uh, what are the parts in what are the parts and channel resource YouTube APIs resources and parts videos channels. What are the YouTube okay, API reference? And this is just no, this is something else. Channels, yep, channels. What are for you list of pages? Let's see in channels. What can I get? I can get snippet title snippet. Okay, snippet. SNIWPET snippet. Snippet. Here and parts equals snippet. Clang slash out. There is something wrong. Is it part or parts? Part or parts? It was here. Yeah. What was it? It was part, not part. Like this. 26 part, right? Clang dot slash out. Channels snippet. Parts equals snippet. Parts equals snippet. Here I do part equal snippet. SNIPPET snippet. That should work. SNIPPET part equals snippet. And part equals snippet. It is not working. Let's see. Can I do that? Yep. Snippet. There is a snippet. Okay. Channels. Overview. List and update. Okay. These are all the things that I can get. Alright. And isn't there only a little piece of code which I can get? See a little thing. Return list of all the languages. API YouTube description. Get. Yeah, all of them look same. These are all that there are. Okay. Activities. I have activities, and a request goes to this. And what is this? What is this? Insert, delete, list. I guess that is get request, and delete specific captions. I can delete captions. That is crazy. Sending in for comments, channel section, banners, captions, members, playlist, search, subscriptions, thumbnail, videos, insert, views, delete, comments, live. Can I get live comments? Set moderator list. Let's see. Oh, fucking hell. 2/comments. All right. And /comments. Part equals snippet. Right. Right. Part equals snippet, and a snippet is one of the things in channels. Right. Channels id equals this, key equals this, my API key, and then part equals snippet. I want the snippet part. Okay, snippet object contains basic details about the channel, such as the title, description, and thumbnail image. Snippet dot title, snippet part, and part equals snippet. That should work. And part equals snippet. And let's say and statistics clang dot slash out. Nothing. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT what the heck is wrong with it. This endpoint, this. I will only keep the endpoint and remove everything else. Now, what is wrong with this endpoint for YouTube APIs? I am not getting the snippet and statistics. What is wrong with it? Your API endpoint requires a few potential issues. API key exposed, security. Doesn't matter. Incorrect mail ID. Does not seem like a valid YouTube channel ID. Resolution, try using channel ID, not username. Channel IDs like this. Was that the whole problem? Dot slash out. No, that was not the problem. Find your channel ID by visiting this. Okay, I can find my channel ID. What is my channel ID? Okay, this is my channel ID. That is crazy. Livestream chat.c channel ID paste. Let's see. Try. Does it work now? Failure when receiving data from the peer. Dot slash out. Part one dot. Oh, there is no part one dot c. Channels ID equals this thing. So the thing should be equal to something like this. Channel ID equals this. Example check API codes and key validation. Yes, key is validated. Is a valid channel ID. Replace it with yours. Let me copy this much. How long have I copied? Till the key thing. Key. Yep. Yeah. Paste. Let's see. Clang dot slash out. Failure when receiving data from the peer. Yeah, I guess. What do I guess? I'm getting failure while receiving data from the peer. Why? Why? One more thing. I forgot. I can use Postman to make the request and see what is happening in more detail. Mhm, mhm, mhm. It is opening up, right? It is opening up. Postman, let's see, go full screen and stuff like that. Hmm. API key is not working. If your ID fails, you can this is an unknown ID. Okay, so I do not have to provide in the channel's name, right, as the ID, and shit, that is just horrible. Let me create a new thing. Create account. Nope, discard changes. Nope, I will log in later and write all of this like that. How do I? That is cool. Right. Let me copy that and use Postman to make the request. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Give that to Postman here. Okay. Yep. Statistics, params. Yep, snippet and this, send. I got something. Okay, I got the response. Thumbnail, title, Google for subscribe to join a community. Wait. Oh, okay, that is not my channel ID. Let me use my channel ID, which I get at this link. Copy my channel ID and put it there. Channel's ID equals this and send. Mm-hmm. Then I go hello, I code and I try to explain on stream. Yep. So that is working. That is working, but this is not working when I'm sending it from here from C. Failure when receiving data from the peer. Let me not use my own write function. Do this and send the output to standard output. Yeah, now it works. Now it works. Now it works. Uh-huh. Now it works. Mm-hmm. Now it works. I'm unable to store the data. Seems like. And right now I am really angry, and this should be the end of the stream. And we will work on it next is in the next stream, and probably we will complete this project, and I will be able to see and read the chats during my streaming.